Hello, greetings, my friends. This is Gilles Mansillon. I am called to come back today, or I feel to come back today, for it is with some information messages. For it's like we're really getting to point close to the rupture point, the breaking point of the whole matrix. And heaven needs you, heaven needs me, they need all of us. We're going to be very essential in this transition time. So it is very important to realize we came to discover love and discover to practice love in a world that's created that's full of people that are cupid, that are narcissistic, that are stupid, and for what is greed, and a very greedy world. And it's like, what is greed? Greed is cupid desire. So it's like we have to shift. We cannot extinguish this cupid desire within us, but we have to be greedy for light, greedy for love, greedy for lucidity, greedy for wisdom, greedy. And then we have what is stupidity, is blind passion. We have to be passionate for those things that make us feel good, to be passionate for peace, passionate for serenity, passionate for creativity, for all those things that are healthy and inclusive. So there's a great shift, understanding that love has never left us, and love will never abandon us. There's always love to pick us up whatever we've been through. And so what we can do is to fill people with light. Whenever it doesn't, even strangers, we can fill them up, activate them. It's not an interference to their free will. The light is intelligent. It will not blind them, but they will be happy for a while just because they encountered you. When you fill them, you activate the light within them. So it is because it's very important to understand we're at the breaking point, the rupture point. There's going to be a financial crisis, an economical crisis, a social crisis. There's going to be a political crisis, and and the new world is not yet here. So it's like we're moving into this transformation. For all the dark forces cannot exist in the light, and so now the light is so powerful they're going to be exposed. And so it's like we as a society we have to shift from hyper-consummation to inner contemplation, and to return to the for once we are free from temptation and distraction, we remove the obstacle between the light of our soul and divinity. We can access the higher planes, and it's like opening the crown and letting the string of light go down to us, and then our consciousness can follow it, and then we can go back and forth. We have to turn to the inner resources as much as possible. And for a lot of people, when the truth is going to come out, they're not even going to believe it. It's going to be too much for them. And the revelation about the criminals, the criminal plan of the deep state, it's going to be like too much, overwhelming. So we're going to need to be there to assist them. And we got to learn to work with this rainbow light. For the rainbow light is inclusive of the whole 7 first ray of the divine ray. Then we'll have to work with each individual ray to learn the virtues and qualities and rules and laws and practices of all the 7 rays. I'm going to put a picture on the cover of a rainbow. When I say a rainbow, this was the decor is not fantastic, but the rainbow appeared without any rain. It was blue sky and there was no rain, and all of a sudden a rainbow. I was so surprised. I took a photo of it. It was a double rainbow. For the card of the day is trust. Trust the whole process, and trust that to tune into your inner self, know you're protected, know you're loved by the universe, and you'll navigate through the process with grace and ease. For it, now we no longer need to watch the medias. It's completely unnecessary. We'll be informed of when and what, and when there is something happening, we'll be informed. We'll know. And but we may have to use the media to bring more light into it. For that's a lot of the dark tools that have been in the hands of humanity will vanish into non-existence. They will only exist in memory, yet our memory will be reconstructed and arranged so that they will not be a problem. They will be about challenge overcome, rather than still replaying memories in our mind. Just remember God, remember your source, your origin. It is your destiny as well. For the watcher is the living goddess, is the beauty of the goddess, the feminine, this beauty of the living goddess, the star. What we need to, the highest wisdom is the burning bush, the lineage tree. It is about a revelation. Just accept the revelation that come from your higher self. and the revelations will come to the world as well. What we need to understand is the mother's milk. It is the duality, the polarity that wants to return to the great one. So it's like there's this longing for to return to the source, and that God hears that and will do all it can to through love to bring us back, which we've never really left. It is just an illusion. There are no more spiritual light on paradise than there are in the universe. It's just the beings on the paradise have been sensitive. They've been prepared spiritually through all the many dimensions of the local universe, the central universe, and traversing the central, the super universe, and then traversing the central universe. So when they arrive on paradise, they are fully sensitive to the powerful spiritual energy of the gods. But it's everywhere. In truth, it's never been, God does not limit it, its love or its condition. It's just a matter of being sensitive to it. What we need to do is the phoenix, the power of the phoenix, to be reborn from our ashes, to let the old go and to be reborn, to the power of the sun. And the outcome is amusement. How much fun it's gonna be! It's gonna be a lot of fun. I do feel it coming. Sometimes I feel like, well, yeah, it's gonna be amazing. So it's very much about making peace with the memory and reminding ourselves. For a lot of illness, have been plagued upon humanity. It's not their fault. With a lot of pollution that's been voluntarily implemented, but a lot of illness is about unconscious self-judgment. As soon as we feel from our soul energy, we need to heal that part that believes in good and evil, and we need punishment for those things we are not we believe are not. Are worthy of being punished, self-punishment. As soon as we let go of belief in good and evil, we forgive ourselves. There is a natural healing process that comes. It's like, but we have to let go of this feeling that we need to punish ourselves for something we've done. We couldn't do any better because we didn't know any better. Now we know better. We won't do the same thing again, and so we correct the mistake. So for all the Supreme Creator is going to speak to everybody. There will come a point in time where it's going to speak with everybody. For he already does, but for me, it's been decades since I've been in contact with my divinity. But for a lot of people, it will be clear to everybody, and the Galactic Federation is going to show itself. They're ready, they're authorized and ready. So and they're going to bring new teaching. They're going to use the media, the internet, to bring new teaching, programs of information to prepare humanity for the shift. And there's going to be healing center that will be given to all that who needs it around the world to return to health. But it's going to be a lot easier less chaos than expected for things. There's a lot of work has been done, so it's going to be a lot less chaos than could have been expected. For when you bow to your divinity within, you recognize your inner light, you acknowledge the inner light of those people that are around you, and you serve them a lot better than bowing to their egos. So for paradise is the amazing love, the amazing presence of God that makes paradise so amazing. But it's just a matter of being sensitive to that. Which I already noted. I'm going to share a few paintings and things I'm working on. They're giving me a really hard time, but it's part of the process. I enjoy it, though, to struggle a little bit on canvases, so it doesn't come like in 3 days, and it's like, so I've been working on it for a month. This one is a painting, it's a surrealistic painting. I just need to integrate the right color of the signature, maybe to make it brighter, and you might close the painting, you might close it. Those are paintings about cosmology. The colors will change, and it's still progressing forward. So this is Paradise, the 21 satellite of Paradise, and the central universe. Everything goes clockwise around Paradise. It takes 2 billion years for the Paradise Day. And then there is dark gravity bodies that surrounds it, that makes it completely invisible from the outer sphere. And we part of the our own super universe is the 7 super universe. There are 7 super creations that go in counterclockwise around Paradise. Those are the programs of time and space. Our own super universe is the 7th one. and it is the conjoint effort of the 11th architects of the master universe and the seven master spirit. The seven master spirit is the perfect combination in ministry of the Father, Son, Spirit. The first one is the Father, the ministry of the Father alone. The second super universe is the path of ascension of the Son, as the Son would minister. The third is the Spirit. The fourth is the Father, Son combined. The third is the Father, Spirit, and the sixth is the Son, Spirit, and the seventh is our super universe, is the Father, Son, Spirit. So it is the seven master spirit that Orvonton, his name is, and it's the 11th architect because there was this group of beings that came into being at the origin of creation. There are 28,011 architects of the master universe. The first architect of the first order is the paradise architect. It's the highest intelligence of divinity on paradise, below deity. Before, when we get to paradise, before we are introduced to gods, to the infinite spirit, that introduces us to the eternal Son, that eventually introduces us to the universal Father, the first source and center. We are under the tutelage of this divine first architects. For the architects are mysterious beings, and their existence is exclusively paradisical. Then there is three architects of the central universe, and then there is the seven architects of the time and space. But then on the first level of outer space, there are amazing clusters, and there are 70 architects for the first level of outer space. Once all of time and space will be fulfilled and complete, and everybody will have achieved supremacy, will go towards ultimacy. And there are 4 levels. So what we see in the universe is very grandiose, what we see in our telescope, but it's actually a very, very small, tiny, minuscule, well, not minuscule, but it's only the first level of outer space that we see in our great telescope. For the universe, it's not a bubble, it's these concentric rings that become bigger and bigger and bigger, and it will eventually become so big, it is utterly beyond anything we can conceive, because this first level of outer space has 70 architects. The next level after that will have 490 architects. The third level will have 3,430 architects, and the fifth level we have 24,010 architects. So it's going to be like so monumental. The universe, the cosmos is still very young. But those are not part of the teachings of time and space. I'm just giving you insight into what I know. And at the beginning of time, there was 28, those architects came into being, and there was 28,012. The 12 architects wanted to come into existence, but the deity absolute censured its personality reality, because it declared that at 28,011 architects, we reach universal level. So it is, but those beings they're wholly implicated in the future of the cosmos, but they won't share much about it, and they're very mysterious. And the architects of the master universe are only one order. There is 1,000 order of transcendental beings. That's just the senior order, but there are 999 order of transcendental beings. They believe they live in the west of paradise, and so it is. So those paintings. So this is another painting on cosmology for the 7 super universe. I'm showing them. Center, the super universe, major sector, minor sector, universe level, constellation, sector, and then the planets will be here, and then there's also 6 sector. I'm going to refine them in terms of colors, of course. And then this is a poem of Charles Baudelaire. I'm going to do a bigger painting with the whole poem. It's a beautiful poem. I'm not really sure how this one will finish. And this is 2 painting about the 7 great families of spirit beings, the family of God, how the universe was organized. We are part of this. We are ascending sons and daughters of God. Eventually, we'll become finalitas, and then because we come from a planet that's been in quarantine, we're going to be strike out of the finalitas corpse, and we're going to become trinitized. We're going to become mighty messengers, or those high in authority, or those without name and numbers. We're gonna this is our paradise destiny, or there may be other destinies possible. We'll see what God has in store for us in due time. And this is another one about the 7 great families of spirit beings. Those are pretty complex, but they're anchoring deeper spiritual knowledge into the earth as well. And this is about a map of the 7 super universe. The color is not complete, but It is with UVERSA, the center with the 10 major sectors. So I shared that briefly. I thank you very much for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. I hope you find those messages interesting. But if you don't find these messages interesting, there's millions of other channels. But I hope you do. If you're still there, that means we resonate on that on that frequency. And so it is very important to not underestimate your role, what is coming for us. We're going to be really essential in the coming time. So I thank you also for donations. If you want a private session, you can send me an email. I'm going to sing a song to finish and then pull one more card. It's about this rainbow light, to utilize the rainbow light. It's a song of the Rolling Stones. It's called She's Like a Rainbow. She comes in colors everywhere. She combs her hair. She's like a rainbow. Coming colors in the air. Oh, everywhere. She comes in color. Have you seen her dressed in blue, like the sky in front of you, and her face is like a sail, speck of white so fair and pale? Have you seen a lady fairer? She comes in colors everywhere. She combs her hair. She's like a rainbow. Coming colors in the air. Oh, everywhere. She comes in color. Have you seen her all in gold, like a queen in days of old? She shoots color all around, like a sunset going down. Have you seen a lady fairer? She comes in colors everywhere. She combs her hair. She's like a rainbow. Coming colors in the air. Oh, everywhere. She comes in color. She's like a rainbow, coming colors in the air. Oh, everywhere she comes in color. So I hope you're having a really good day. I have much to do today, but I thought I'd come and make a brief message. And the card of the day is the King of Ariel. It's about the fulfillment of all those projects, and it's the investors who can reflect the power of the light, to be self-empowered, to be fulfilled, to be within our power, to be within our joy, it says prosper. We need to work to ask for prosperity. Prosperity has to return to stability, gifted and powerful. Your projects are unfulfilled as they should. Professional and financial success, utilizing our resources well. So it's about trusting that all that we've been asking for is coming. Finances is very important to take care of that, to always have more than we need, to always ask for more than we need, and then so that we can minister it with we can administer it with wisdom also, to be wise in the administration of our resources. Well, I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll come back soon. Namaste, Adonai.